Tatianna Tarot, and I feel inspired to do a video for the tarot forecast of this week. Hopefully I'll be still committing to that next week and doing the video next week too. But it's been a while since I've done a video, and I wanted to do it this particular week because there's been a lot of heavy energetic activity in my life, and I'm pretty certain that it's been reflected in your life as well. So I thought it'd be awesome to just check in with the spirits and with the universe in general and see what is popping up, see whatever messages that we need to patch in through that can bring us ease, clarity, and understanding into our lives. So that being said, I'm using the Rider-Waite deck. I have a variety of decks that I prefer, but I usually I'm stubborn to use one particular deck because I've been collecting energy in this deck for a while, and so I'm very partial to it. It's my baby. Either it's this one or the Morgan Greer, this pretty nice vivid one that I like using on my Instagram. Needless to say, the Rider-Waite called me today, and so I'm going to be using this one. So just channeling in, tuning in, take a couple of deep breaths on your end, because it definitely helps in channeling the energy, and seeing what is it that we most need to know as a collective group to better ourselves, to help us grow, to just keep us aware of our own energetic patterns and what is going on out there. So, and I'm intending that for this particular week. Today is November 23rd, I believe. And so we're going to be doing this for November 23rd until November 29th, which is Sunday, and then I'll follow up with another video for the week after. So that being said, this particular card's for today, Monday, and Tuesday. So what is it that we most need to know for the highest good of all involved that will get us in the right dirección? Monday, Tuesday. Okay, here we go. Bam, we've got the Five of Swords. And this guy looks like a tricky prankster, okay, because he kind of is. So this deals with a couple of things, because not only am I like a spirit reader, but I also like to channel energy, and I don't necessarily go with the definitions that are prescribed to a particular deck. I like kind of just picking up the vibes as we go along. So with that being said, there's a couple of things going on with this card. One might be slander, whether that means it's targeted towards you or it's targeted, it's you targeting it towards yourself. We should be conscious and very savvy as to what thought patterns we're projecting out there, what belief systems are going on that are not in our favor, because this is a guy that's collecting too many swords than he can carry, okay? So the swords usually pertains to the air element, the element of thoughts, ideas, beliefs, something intangible, something that we cannot catch. So basically air. This guy is collecting way too many swords than he can handle, maybe because he believes he's losing out on opportunity. Maybe because he's overworked and that's just his regiment. He just likes to pile up more and more and more and more ideas and more ideas. So for Monday and Tuesday, and granted we're in the beginning of the week, so this is perfect. What's best advised is if we wrote everything down, organized our brains, organized our intentions, organized our goals, and make things a priority. Like really list things and see what it is that we are able to take on for this week. We can't not take everything on at once. It's just not possible, and it's not savvy for your own well-being. You will get stressed, you will get overburdened, and you will definitely get disappointed if you're not able to accomplish all those things on your list. You must be realistic. So the Five of Swords is all about being realistic with your plans, and it's also being realistic with your thoughts and your intentions, and making sure they don't harm you. Like if you're thinking ill about somebody else, know that karma is very real and it can come back to you. And also allocate that load. If you have a lot to do and you're intending to get it all done, you don't necessarily have to be the only one to do it. Maybe there are people around you that can help out loosen the load. Maybe you need to share your swords, but make sure you don't cut anyone along the way. Make sure you don't abandon anyone with some harsh words, or you don't feel like they're worthy enough to help you out, or you don't feel as if you can trust them. This also brings up a lot of trust issues. Maybe you have some subconscious blockages about success. Maybe you're kind of giving someone the side eye and kind of comparing your own success versus theirs. So be very conscious with the lightness that you carry, that invisible load that you carry. Know that it's very much real, even though it's not tangible, it's not earth, it is swords. So for Monday and Tuesday, write it down, plan out your intentions. Be very mindful of how you're projecting your energy in thought form, in air form, and be mindful of how you are treating others and what is coming out of your mouth and what are you thinking about and how you're thinking about yourself as well, because that's a double-edged sword. So that's for Monday and Tuesday. Let's look into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. What is it that we most need to know for these days that can best help us out? Okay, this one wants to jump out, so I'm just going to pull it out here. The Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is like Rico Suave. This is a guy who likes to deliver a lot of love. Not necessarily a guy, but obviously it looks like a guy in the card. So I'm just going to use that pronoun. This guy is really dope. The Knight of Cups comes to deliver a lot of lightness, okay, in the middle of our week. Maybe we're a little bit softer in our hearts towards ourselves, or maybe we're more compassionate, more romantic, more loving towards another person. Or maybe there is a delivery on the way of love, whether that be a message, whether that be a gift. Maybe that is an inspiration for you to go out and give someone maybe a message of love, or text somebody, hey, thinking about you, or being like, taking some time off of your schedule to spend time with a person that you really care about. The Knight of Loves does come in with this of lightness, this romance, this loving, soft, feminine, receptive energy. And that could very much be it, because this card also pertains to our emotions. When we're looking at a deck, a deck or a suit that comes with the cups hold liquid. So liquid is very fluid. It usually pertains to water, which is involving our emotional realm, So that being said, take heed on your emotions. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you loving yourself enough? Is there another way for you to be more proactive in the love field? If you were looking for love, this might be an opportunity this week to go out and meet your match. Or maybe, with the coming of the full moon, you can write down your intentions. This is the partner I want to attract, and this is how I want to feel with this partner, and this is what I want to do with them, and this is how I want them to feel with me, because it should be reciprocated as well. And you could take measures in that way, so you get clear in your brain what it is that you're intending to attract and what it is you're intending to put out there as well. The Knight of Cups can also represent a boost of creativity, delivering your emotions in a thoughtful manner instead of a reactive manner. So you're really conscious of how you are using your power and how you are communicating that power and how you're communicating all this love, light energy. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are necessarily in love or going to be in love or it's romance. It can pertain to creativity, arts, beauty. So beautification in all realms is what is going on right now. And I'm getting a weird sensation in my throat, and that can also pertain to needing to talk about love, communicate, maybe opening up, being honest to someone about your true intentions. Maybe this is even this might be regarding boundaries in love, because this is also a communication card. So that in conjunction with love and emotions can be the case that you may be in the need of expressing something and turning that into an art form or channeling that in a way that is proactive for you. That being said, let's check out the last 3 cards for the weekend. Oh no, just the 2 cards for the weekend because I think we included Friday in that center card. So Saturday and Sunday is what we're channeling for, and let's see what's going on. Saturday and Sunday. Boy, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is a 7 of Wands. So this usually pertains to resistance. On Saturday and Sunday, what is it that you're resisting? Even in the most minute ways, are you resisting wanting to wake up? Are you resisting needing to meet up with someone? Are you resisting needing to finish up that to-do list? Are you resisting needing to eat healthy, exercise, la 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 la? Whatever it is, this guy is holding up a wand and he is not ready to enter that battleship. He is not ready where all these wands are about to attack him. And they're saying, hey, you need to follow up with us. You need to follow up with us. And he's like, hold up. I'm not following up with nobody. I'm not ready. I don't want to do it. And the wands usually represents fire energy, moving forward, progression, passion, ambition, sexuality. So we've got all this we've got an array of various elements going on this week. So it might be a little topsy-turvy, but if you've got your head on straight and you're very grounded, it shouldn't be that much of an issue. However, we encounter resistance on a day-to-day basis just based on what we're feeling. So either we're feeling contracted or we're feeling expanded, expanded in love, or contracted in fear, or just, I really don't want to do this because I'm too tired, or it's not the right time. There's a difference. You definitely need an ebb and flow because you can't always just be gung, go, gonna accomplish everything. You need a rest period, but excessive rest does not equate to success. You need to balance that out. So whenever we get this particular card, it definitely alerts us to why are we resisting something? Does that necessarily mean that deep down in our hearts we don't want to do it? We really don't care for it? Or is it just a sheer laziness? Or do we really need to rest? Do we need to slow things down and honor ourselves? That's a question you can answer for yourself. I can't answer for you. I know certain days I wake up, I don't want to wake up because I'm just lazy. I'm a night owl. I don't like the mornings. But I know sometimes also I'm very exhausted from reading, or I'm exhausted from doing 15 trillion things at once. And so I need to know, I have to be very discerning as to what my body is telling me, what my emotions are telling me, and I need to ask questions and keep on asking questions until you discover the answer that most resonates with you. That being said, I am signing off. That is the tarot forecast for this week, November 23rd to November 29th. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to do more of these videos, and you can always follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Tatianna Tarot. That's Tatianna, 2 N's, TAROT. Or on my website if you're interested in booking a session, an email session, an in-person session, Skype or FaceTime, doesn't matter where you are, I am accessible. You could go to www.myurbanillumination.com. Questions, concerns, curiosities, hit me up, let me know. I'd be glad to answer them all because I learned through you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so grateful for your energy and for your time. Ashe, peace.